Hi guys, welcome to Trading Card Talk. Today we're going through PokemonPrice.com. We're seeing where the sets are going. We're going to see where the cards are going. I'm going to guess up. Be an interesting one. Alright then guys, we're going to get into the craziness that has been the last couple of months.
It's been mental.
So Trading Card Talk was kicked off by this video by going through Pokemon Price, checking the prices, and we were like, oh well, these are amazing. These are so high. It's so hyped. And
it was
now,
like £42 or something.
Yeah, and now we're just on another planet.
On another level.
On another level. I was going to use a catchphrase. I just didn't want to on video.
Well, yeah, we literally started this as, oh, let's do this. This will be a one-time fun video. And then you guys watched it a lot, so we turned it into a series. And now you've got part 4.
This is part 4. It's going to be very interesting, this one, because we haven't done this in a couple of months.
Nope.
We don't really follow prices. We're busy enough with Graded Gem.
Plus, they're scary.
Yeah, they are quite scary. I mean, we will be talking about that as well. So let's get to the website.
Let's get to the website.
Let's get to the website.
We're starting with base.
Well, I think it's the obvious one, right?
Yeah, we start with base.
It's probably the one people want to talk about. That's the wrong thing. So we're going to go to analytics. We're going to go total set price over time.
And we're going to have a look at base set first edition.
Yeah, so this is just going to give us a lovely visual graph on, how crazy it's gone up or down. I've no idea whether it's going to be up or down.
It's probably going to be up.
I think it might be.
Yeah.
Logan Paul, everyone opening base set product is just... It's odd, isn't it, how it has focused so much on base, like the growth.
Yeah, not just first edition.
No, like base unlimited.
Yeah.
Evolutions even now.
Evolutions, yeah. Base set 2. I keep seeing more and more base set 2.
Yeah, so it's
Legendary collection.
It's 100% the nostalgia, isn't it?
Oh, okay. So
we're going to need to zoom in a little bit there. Oh, that's.
I mean, you'll scroll. There we go.
Beautiful.
So, teamwork made the dream work. Can you see this? So, last time we checked, it was like what, May?
Yeah. So it was around about here, $175,000. Just that much.
Yeah,
not that much.
I mean, for an entire base set first edition,
PSA
not
10.
tens.
PSA 10.
Yeah.
Which is crazy in itself.
Does this include the non-hollows? It does, right?
Yeah, it does. But, if you look at this graph, it's very interesting, isn't it? It's just gone from strength to strength to strength. It's gone from $175,000 here at the 1st of June, and now we're in the 1st of October, and supposedly it's $240,000. That's not
accurate. No, we know it's more than that.
We know it's more than that because the Charizard is going for about that at the moment. So, to be fair, I guess we just use this as a visual graph of kind of how things are going.
Yeah,
not
exact prices.
Not exact. But momentum.
We can see it's going up and up and up.
It's going to be interesting. Where is this going to be 1st of November?
Exactly. Is it going to carry on going up? Is it going to finally flatline? Is it going to dip? I don't think it's going to dip.
I think if the information was there, I think we'd probably be hitting $350,000.
Yeah, for sure.
So, of course, just the information's not there. And that's not this site's fault. Public sales are happening less and less.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're not going to trust $250,000 going straight through the middle of eBay.
And that's the case. If you've got a common base set first edition card nowadays, the cards are going up in so much. Selling £1,000 card on eBay is always a little bit difficult with the logistics. Yeah. You're always a little bit worried.
Do I spend an extra £50 on shipping? Do I lose some of that margin?
Yeah. So, I know that private sales are going on a lot on Instagram. That's just true. We know that to be true. It's becoming within the community, and then even bigger, it's the celebrities and the big pockets.
Yeah, for sure.
They're not buying from eBay.
No, more and more and more YouTubers are getting involved in the scene as well. So everyone's trying to pick up a base set first edition box. Obviously, you've got Logic, the rapper and Twitch star as well. He wanted a base set first box and a base set first edition Zard. He's got normal base and limited boxes. Obviously, Logan Paul wanted the base set first edition box, and he had to basically beg Gary to let him buy a Charizard off him.
Yeah.
And probably a box.
Maybe. Maybe.
But there's it's the kind of money that the collectors just didn't they couldn't have had before because it's never been that kind of scene. Whereas now it's just A-listers. Yeah,
but this is the people from a different universe are jumping in this game. And when I was collecting 3-4 years, I still collect now, obviously, but back 3-4 years ago, it was very much I can spend some money from my paycheck and add some cool cards to my collection. Sweet, loved it. Now, if I got my paycheck, I can't buy cool cards.
No, not really. Well, I mean, you've just completed your EX
Fire red leaf green
Yeah.
set. Yeah. EX,
And that has taken you quite a long time.
year and a half.
A year and a half. And when you started it, how much were the cards worth? Well, I mean, we'll come on to it in a bit, but
Yeah,
how much-ish?
I don't know, like
It's not a lot,
2,000,
is it?
2,500.
Well, we'll see in a bit how much they're worth now, and you can talk about that then.
Well, yeah, I will.
And
We will go on to
that's
that.
probably the last set you're going to complete of early
Of
cool
what's
stuff.
EX.
Yeah.
For now,
For
I
now.
mean, for now, we don't know where it's going to go. Should we go on to base Shadowless Hollows? Just have a quick snoop?
Yeah, I think we should.
Let's have a quick snoop.
So, obviously here... Oh, it's flatlined quite a lot, to be fair, but I think that might be due to lack of sales.
I think if we look at the PSA 9 data, it gives us a better indication. So $18,000 down up to $36,000.
Literally a double.
In 1 month, which is insane. I would argue it's going to be mainly that Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard. You know.
Yeah.
And I think Charizard is the big thing here. People are coming in for base set, and they're coming in for Charizards.
Yeah, and I'm going to make the same point I'd make every time. I prefer Shadowless to first editions. I think they genuinely look nicer. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about them. I think they look better. I know there's more intrinsic value for the first edition, but if you go on just the card, if you compare it to Unlimited as well, it's just so fit.
Yeah,
like, it's so much nicer. The
like
Blastoise and Venusaur especially look so good.
It's like premium unlimited.
Yeah,
that's how you go. That's how you go with it. And obviously, it's not unlimited.
Yeah.
Unlimited is an interesting one. I think.
Oh,
We've got to go.
Let's go on to Unlimited. Are we going on to the Hollows, or are we just going on to the full set?
Let's go on to the full set. Let's see what's actually happened here, because we kind of know from submissions
There's
what's
a lot
happened.
of them, guys.
Unlimited's an interesting one as well, because when I started collecting, we were speaking to Omnipoke about this.
Yeah.
Base set boosters were oh my goodness, I don't even want to look at that. Base set boosters were very much available.
Yeah.
At all times. You could always reach out to a collector, or they'd be on eBay.
Give them away.
Yeah, I gave 3 packs away with a Charizard in. And they were just very much, they're a nostalgic piece, but they'll always be available.
Yeah.
Now, that's not the case.
You can go on Instagram and flex now if you've got a base set Unlimited box. You can flex hard.
Yeah, you can flex with a PSA 10 Charizard Unlimited.
Yeah.
And how many of those have we had through the service in the past 4 years?
A lot.
Like, a lot. And not PSA 10, don't get me wrong.
No, but a lot of them go through.
But a lot of them go through.
Some might say an unlimited amount.
Oh, God. Yes. Well,
yeah,
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not. There's a lot of them. It's probably the most printed set. So, So, PSA 10 base Unlimited is worth, according to this, so much. $37,000.
I remember, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, Jay Swingler from TGF bought a base set first edition box, one of the most expensive purchases in Pokemon history at a time, for just a little bit more than that.
Yeah, and I think that shows the... I don't know, it's a bit crazy, isn't it? It's not really one I feel like I can review.
Did that say it hadn't sold super energy removal or something?
Yeah, like no super energy removal.
Okay.
But sold everything out. But if you just look from 1st of April, so this has always been a decently, it's $5,000. You know, that's fair enough. It's got nostalgic value. It's got
it's
Charizard.
Still the first
Pokemon
set.
Okay. And PSA 10s are hard to find in base set. Cool.
Oh, yeah, they are.
But let's stay from the 1st of April. So it's grown up quite a bit there.
Yeah.
It's now $9,000. And then look at this trend of growth. I mean, and like that's not stopped. That's like a train going up and up. And if you sold any base set in this period, you've lost money. You've lost
potential.
You've
profit,
lost worth or value, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting, because now when people buy them at this point, you're basically analysing the graph, aren't you? Going, is it going to go up again?
And what are your thoughts on it?
I don't think I can give a good judgment because if I'm being honest, I'm from a time where Unlimited was plentiful, and that's the reason why I wasn't interested in it. But now the interest is coming into it because it's not plentiful, because you can have to spend $30,000 to buy a box.
Do you want to know my take?
Go for it.
I think it's going to go up because this is kind of where base set first edition was before.
Yeah.
And it's when the collectors, like actual collectors, were still in the game. That's what they were buying.
Yeah.
Whereas now, base set first edition's been taken away from normal collectors.
Yeah, it has, yeah.
So this is like the kind of the gold standard now for like proper collectors.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting base set first edition unless you like got millions lying around. Do you know what I mean? So I think there's definitely potential for this to go up again.
It's a crazy world. I'm not going to lie.
It is nuts because of how much we see.
I never ever would have thought that would have been the case ever.
No.
Personally, but I respect that it is, and I respect that is the reality of the situation, because we have had these big names. I never ever would have thought in my darkest dreams that would be the case.
How much the common starters are going for?
Yeah,
it's like what? There.
But it's cool. It's
Get
good.
A couple of those in a pack usually sometimes.
But that's where base set is. It's all because of the nostalgia. And the big boy Charizard's in there. Everyone relates to that set. If they collected TCG at any point, they collected base set. A lot of people. I know I didn't. I know you didn't actually.
Yeah.
But most people, they did. Right. Okay. Let's go into the more. Let's
Jungle.
Go into Jungle.
Now we did get a Pidgeot. It's not hollow, but we did get a Pidgeot. Oh wow, that's a staircase.
Oh.
Right.
Well, if that is a true number, then PSA 9s are highly undervalued. But anyway,
I think it's just maybe not selling.
So that's jumped $9,000 in a month.
Well, that's gone from less than 10 to about what, just under 20. So it's doubled to 30. So it's like added another 10. So it's gone up by 3x since March.
It's crazy. Like since March, that's not a long period of time. This must be one of the best investments in the world right now, in terms of how.
Oh, if you invested in Jan this year,
then if you went out
in
there
less than 12 months, you've made stupid money.
If you dropped $100,000 in Jan, you're absolutely laughing.
Yeah,
you're laughing your head off. Okay, so that's $29,000. That is so. You know what? The thing is with Jungle, like it is the next set after base. It's always going to have that because of the premium. Is it the best set on the planet?
Does have some evolutions.
It's got evolutions. Jolteon's cool. I know you like the Vaporeon.
The Pidgeot.
And the Pidgeot. Snorlax. It's just a very solid set.
Yeah, I don't think there's many, like, naff hollows.
No. It's just solid.
Whereas the next one we go on to, it's got some naff hollows.
What, when you...
Wow. What are the two little peaks there?
So, okay, this is actually a really nice... Like, in terms of data, it's going... Right, so it hit a record price... and then it was like, not so sure. And then it was like, yep. Another record price. And then it went, not so sure. And then it went, yep.
And now it's at $20,000. And it has a Lapras with teeth in it. Don't know how I feel about that.
But that's interesting. That's $10,000 less than Jungle.
Yep.
Which is considerably less. And
what does it have? It has an Aerodactyl.
Has the legendary birds.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not very great arts.
No, but this is just the hollows. So this means the hollows are trading on average for about $1,000 per card, if not a little, well, more. Yeah. More, about $1,500 per card. And obviously, Dragonite will be more, cards like Gengar.
Yeah, the Dragonite.
But, then there'll be other cards like the Muck, which will not be trading for $1,000. It's an interesting... It's just the theme is things are going up. That's the theme.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, we haven't seen one that is fully, like, leveled or dipped.
Yeah. And I think it's fair to say in part 3, although we were confident about the future of Pokemon, I don't think anyone could foresee this.
I don't think anyone saw people like Logan and stuff getting that interested that they're dropping like $500,000 on Pokemon product.
Yeah, it's crazy, and that brings along so many other people. It basically says to all those people, "We're happy. This is cool now."
Yep.
And that's something so different. Right, Team Rocket First Edition Hollows.
Wow. I think that's anomalous data, right?
This is incorrect.
Yeah.
However, it's interesting because this is incorrect, and now look at the price.
And now it's more than that.
So I had to look a little bit at the Team Rocket populations because for that thumbnail I had to get the Dark Charizard, and I checked what Charizards I had.
That awesome thumbnail, by the way, guys. If you haven't liked that on Instagram, go check out Instagram.com/GradedJam.
Don't take it too seriously. It's just a bit of a jokey one.
That's all real gold.
But the Dark Charizard First Edition, there's 425 copies in the world. Which is a lot for a WotC Hollow.
And considering this is still a niche hobby.
A more niche set.
Yeah.
Like, it's more niche than, I would say, Base, Jungle, and Fossil, which would be considered the original 3. And I think that's fair I think that's fair to say that. That's the original 3. And then Pokemon got more inventive. And they started to go down different paths. And that's fine. But Team Rocket, it is because it's got Charizard in it. That's why it's worth more than Fossil.
Oh, yeah.
And the Dark Blastoise.
Yeah.
It's still got Dark Blastoise, it's still got Dark Charizard. Those are the reasons why those particular cards I've just gazumped. The price on the Dark Charizard is absolutely... Internet issues resolved. Right, Dark Charizard, First Edition Hollow, supposedly last sold for $8,000, which, for me, when there's a population of 425 of them out there, that's 425 is not a small amount of collectors, right?
Well, that's 3.4 million.
So you'd have to drop 3.4 million to get every single PSA 10 First Edition. Obviously, the more copies you buy, the more the price would increase. Yep. But still, if you could just do it, if someone had them all, then 3.4 million is the market cap, I believe is the right term.
Yep.
That's an insane amount of money for one card, right?
Yeah, it's especially for a card that, is cool. But it's not that cool.
It is the second ever Charizard
Yeah, but it's
released.
not that hard to grade in
No.
comparison to other Charizards. It's not as rare as other Charizards. Like, I think the card is cool in terms of the artwork, but in terms of the actual like rarity of the card and the kind of value, I wouldn't have expected it to be worth 3.4 mil market.
This is the interesting point. People with this card, like I said, are keeping it. So that's one off.
Yeah.
It's 424. But then on top of that, it's a Charizard, and I don't think people care.
Yeah.
What the I don't think these new people coming in care about. They're just like, I want a Charizard, and I think from their perspective, they're just like, well, if I've got one, someone else doesn't. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And 425, if there is actually only 50 of them available on the market, that does make a bit more sense, which there will be.
Sure.
But yeah, it's a crazy time, I think. Right.
We go on to Gym Heroes now, and we like Gym Heroes, and oh my god, so does everybody else.
Right, Gym Heroes is an interesting one. Gym Heroes, I love it personally. I think we can,
Gym Heroes is one of my favourite looking sets ever.
But
Same with Gym Challenge.
If we looked at it as an investment point of view, it's probably Gym Challenge is the better of the two
well,
sets.
yeah, it's got the Charizard.
Got the Charizard in.
Blaine's Moltres is a banger.
Yeah, but it has it's got Arcanine, and you'd say it's got more higher profile Pokemon in.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say. Even the Sabrina Trainer and Giovanni, and it's just got a bit more.
Which one's Sabrina's Gengar in?
That's in Gym Heroes.
Okay, that's like one of my favourite gym cards.
Yeah, so Gym Heroes has a lot of strong cards and then a lot of weak cards. So it's a mix between. Whereas Gym Challenge is probably stronger. Right. So this was that's ridiculous.
We're looking at $23,700 at the moment for if you could buy the entire set for the last sold.
And you could buy this set last year
less than $4,000
for less than $4,000, and it's gone up to. And look, and I think we spoke about that, didn't we? How it went from that to that.
Yeah.
Like it was, and we spoke about it in that moment. We were like, well, they can't stay at that because it's too much. It was the highest 90 degree.
Yeah.
And instead,
at the time, it literally looked like a cliff, didn't it?
It
was
did.
like, boom. Yeah.
And now it's actually just pushed on further.
Yeah, it did. It did go back a tiny amount by like probably $1,000 or so.
Yeah, about $700. But then it pushed again.
Oh, then $23,000. And we know that the Blaine's Moltres traded for like $4,000 a few months ago. £4,000, sorry, a few months ago. What's that worth now? Like, do you know what I mean? Those cards are getting more and more expensive, and that is because of the rarity. That's not because of the
population's low.
Pokemon, yeah, but it's a beautiful art, but it is so hard to grade.
Yeah, it's in, and also
I like Rocket's Moltres.
We aren't seeing. I think an interesting point is for anyone who's like, oh, we're in a bubble, blah blah blah. What we do see is a lot of people looking at Pokemon now.
Yeah.
And if those people leave, then sure, prices may retrace. But I would say we're a good indicator for this. We aren't getting PSA 10 first edition cards in. That's just not happening.
No.
Like, when we free-grade them, a 9 is solid. Like, really, really solid.
If I'm free-grading your card on 8.9,
on a first
you've
edition.
done well.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Even the box cracks that we're seeing, they're not... it's hard, isn't it?
Well, we've actually got some first edition cards right in front of us that were pulled directly from a pack.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to pick the first one up here, and I'm going to have a look at it. I can tell you right now, it's not a 10. And that's like a common...
there you go, and I think that's going to be the difficult. I think I can see a retrace maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
If less people come off it, less people are interested. But at the same time,
the standard has been set.
The standard has been set, and it continues to be set.
Yeah.
And every
and
time
pushed as well.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, oh, okay, here's the level, we're gonna stay here, and people may leave and it'll go back a bit. It's like, no, the level's here, but now it's here, but now it's here, but now it's here.
It seems the more the value goes up, the more interest there becomes, because there's bigger players who get interested when the prices go up.
Yeah.
So therefore that then pushes the prices up again because they're interested in it.
Yeah, if I was already in base set first edition, I'm not gonna be interested in trading like Sun and Moon commons. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because and if I'm investing in stocks and shares worth millions, I'm not going to be I'm not going to be interested in cards that are worth a few $1,000s here and there.
Yeah.
When they're hundreds of thousands of dollars, yeah, I'm going to be interested.
It's a good point, isn't it?
Yeah.
People with this wealth, at the end of the day, they're only going to be interested in the big numbers. They're not going to. They're not trading bulk. It's not worth their time in the nicest way possible. Yeah. It's just not. Right, Gym Challenge First Edition. I wish I picked this up. I want that Blaine's Charizard. But anyway.
It's barely more expensive.
Yeah,
I think the Blaine's Charizard might not have sold publicly there.
Yeah, I would be honest. I would say Gym Challenge is always going to be worth more than Gym Heroes. Yeah. I would say it's at least always going to be worth 10-20%.
Does it have cards that are as hard to grade, or is it just the Charizard and the stronger Pokemon?
Giovanni's Persian, Mrs. Golduck. You have got some hard
There's
ones.
some, but like none as hard as Blaine's Moltres, right?
No, I don't think so. Or Brock. I think Gym Heroes is helped by the low population of it.
Yeah.
But Gym Challenge, I think many would argue, is a stronger set.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I'm not gonna. Even
But
though
it's
I
got
own
the
Gym
Charizard,
Heroes,
yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, Gym Heroes is better. I think Gym Challenge is stronger, and
Yeah.
I think it is always gonna be 10.
I think it's
more.
one of those things as well. I know you didn't do it, but I think had you had the time back in the day, you probably would have. If I was collecting a gym set, I'd want all of it.
Yes.
I'd want the Gym
art's
Heroes
amazing.
and the Gym Challenge,
Yeah.
like together.
Yeah. Do you know what the irony is? The reason why I went from Gym Heroes first is because I was like, oh, it's like $5,000.
Oh no!
And that's the
in comparison,
in comparison
to the 25 grand it's worth.
You're
now.
absolutely laughing, aren't you? Gym Challenge is a lovely set, but yeah, it's again, it just keeps pushing, doesn't it?
Yep.
It's interesting.
Maybe we'll see a Gym Pot 2. Well, that's kind of what we had in Cosmic Eclipse with the full art trainer card things.
Yeah, I did like that.
Yeah,
and I'd like
really like that.
I'd like to see more of that from Pokemon.
Yep.
Right, Neogen. Right,
Neo Genesis is a mess.
let's just put it out here. The data on Neogen is probably going to be the worst there is.
Yeah, we don't have the
Populations-
Typhlosion 17 or
Slowking,
the Lugia,
yeah.
or the Slowking. Yeah,
It's
it's just badly printed.
I would argue this is probably the second most valuable set after base first edition.
Yeah, if someone had a complete set of 10 hollows,
Yeah,
you'd be able to push out for stupid money.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, honestly, the
I think that's
condition.
anomalous data, right?
Yeah, I don't really think it's even that. I don't think it's valuable data because I think
No.
unfortunately they're going off sales that would have happened over a year, and I think there's only one sale in public.
Yeah, well, we've seen the Lugia go for... Well, we've seen it up for
20,
offer
was
for
it?
just
Oh,
over
no.
$20,000. That was a few months ago. We've seen the Typhlosion 17. That was going for closer to 25, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I believe. So, I mean,
that's
50
the
grand
same. That's the same as one
45,000.
just Gym Heroes or Gym Challenge.
Yeah.
One card. Whoa. Yeah, the trajectory of this is always going to... The pops are low. It's very difficult to see
Super
public
low.
sales. The cards, when they come out of the boxes, are in normally rubbish condition. If you
Yep.
get 9s, then you should just be really happy with that.
Surfacing issues, corners are done, edgewares are done, centering's naff. Like, it's not a good set. for
Even the
a game.
hollow, it normally has print lines.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's surfacing, yeah. That's what-
Yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, it's exactly that. It's
It's not great.
it's not brilliant.
And then we go on to the reject of Neos.
Interesting, this. Interesting. So, remember when we were like,
Yeah.
nah, I think it was at this point we put the video out.
Yeah, we were like, oh no, what's Neo Discovery? We were wrong.
1st of May, and then the next month, everyone was like, nah, you graded Gem Boys are
No,
totally wrong.
I think it was. Everyone was like, "Oh, Neo Discovery's not going to."
Yeah,
Graded
yeah.
Gem have told us Neo, and everyone went and bought it.
Is that what you think?
Yeah,
That's what you think.
I think we've caused this. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
You've had to buy Neo Discovery, and yeah, we apologise.
So it is still less than
Yeah.
these other sets,
Which
which
is still like 20 grand, 21
is.
grand.
I like looking at the PSA 9 prices because I think that gives a good because I think they sell more often.
Yeah,
So I think that gives you a good indication of actual prices they're going for. And again, it's crazy. I mean, I don't really know. I feel like I'm repeating myself by just saying it keeps going and going and going. It'll be interesting to see with Neo what happens with people once they've completed the base. You
Yeah.
know, is Logan Paul going to buy a Neo Genesis first edition box and break it on camera? You know, is that sort of stuff going to happen? Are these high-profile people going to start collecting Neo? Are they going to start collecting Gym? Are they going to start collecting other sets? Or base set is the pinnacle, nothing else matters?
I don't know because we've seen the sidemen. So with Randolph, obviously Randolph got them kind of into Pokemon himself pretty much
Yeah.
single-handedly. But we've seen them open base unlimited, Team Rocket, Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge. Like Randolph has been opening boxes. Like the YouTubers are getting on it at the moment with opening vintage stuff. We've got Leon Hart opening everything in the world, becoming one of the biggest names on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all it is profile, isn't it?
Yep.
The more profile these PSA cards get, you'd argue the higher the prices are going to go.
Yeah, well, we just saw Enlisted Leaf buy an Audi R8 for like that's $130,000 car or such, and he's bought that via Pokemon money. Like, he's bought a supercar via Pokemon money. It's
So-
stupid.
Again, 1st of May, Neo Revelation this is 13,000
Now,
up to 24. That's a
that's
double.
got to be a Shining Magikarp or something, right?
Yeah, so I looked at the Shining Magikarp and Shining Gyarados recently because I was like, well, it would be
my Shining.
it would be nice to do that. $7,500 I'd have to drop on my
just
last
the
research.
Magikarp?
No, on both.
Oh, that's kind of. I thought it'd be higher for those. No, what I mean is, considering the whole set is like 24, I thought that'd be at least half. Because the other hollows in Neo Rev, you've got the
legendary
doggies,
dogs.
but they're relatively easy to grade in comparison to the other stuff.
You've got a really rare Ampharos slow pop. You have got some things in there
Yeah,
as well.
but I thought the Shinings would be like if you look at Neo Destiny, all the money pretty much comes from the Shinings.
Yeah,
right?
most
But
of
there
it,
is
yeah.
like 10 of them, I guess, or whatever. But Oh, I thought it'd be more. I thought it'd be more for the Shining Magikarp and Shining Gyarados.
Oh, sweet. Well, I'll just go and drop 7.5k then, guys. And then where I'll find that.
Oh, down the back of the account. Oh, actually, look in the thumbnail. You got loads of money.
If only I could take it. Right, Neo Destiny First Edition Hollows. Obviously, my favourite set ever. I've always said that.
My
Yeah.
gosh, that is the first time I've seen 50,000 on the chart for a while.
Right, so this was a set that I collected around here, around $8,000 to $10,000. I probably played a premium on most of my cards because I'm in the UK and because people knew I was going after it. But still, right, so this has just gone from strength to strength to strength. We've gone from 12, 14, 16, 27, 35, 40,
Wow.
45.
I mean, that tiny little 1,000 drop there, that is nothing.
Well,
considering the amount of the actual Shinings.
Shining Charizard Unlimited PSA 10 very recently went for $10,000.
Well, you've been offered quite a lot of money for your
I have
Shining
been.
Charizard, and I think that actually pushes that up on its own.
Yeah, I
Like, with
think
the
it
money
does.
you've seen that's been
But
offered to
the
you.
offers that I've had. Yeah,
I
that's
think that
fair
pushes
enough.
that up way past 50.
But I don't care about the money. Like,
No, but that's what I
yeah.
mean. I think that data isn't accurate because of that. Because we've seen people offer enough for the Charizard that will go up like with the other prices, the regular prices.
And again, I guess it's the Charizard front and center, right?
Yep.
That's what's pushing these
And
cards.
the Mewtwo. I see a lot of
The
interest
Mewtwo.
on Instagram at the moment. I've been
Be
like
fair, it's
posting a lot on
epic.
Instagram. But everyone is like, yo, where
Like
can I
that.
get the Shiny
It's
Mewtwo?
It is
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
an excellent artwork of Mewtwo. It is a cool
Shining
one.
Noctowl, not so much.
Not the
But
best.
Shining Mew.
Shining
Mew.
Mew.
Sorry.
Shining Onion, he's okay as well.
Yeah, Shiny Celebi, yeah.
But yeah, it's again. There's not really much else to say, is there? Like, I will be doing a video very soon about, the
Your collection, yeah.
consequences of the value of these and how
it's affected you.
Yeah, which is great in one way. It's like a football team. It's like having too many good players, so you can't play them all. That's the.
I don't understand that reference.
Okay.
So let's go into the next.
Let's go into the next set. If you're a manager of a football team, you've got too many good
which
players.
is, are we
Base set
going to do
two.
base 2? Oh, we're actually going into base 2.
I think-
Oh my god!
Right, so
Look at that jump.
let's do some background on base 2. It's the reject set.
I don't like base set 2.
I don't think a lot of people did. I
No.
like the hollows on them, but at the end of the day,
I think there's an underlying reason why I don't like base set 2.
go on.
Because a lot of time I'll go to pre-crit the card, and I'll be like Charmander from base, and then I'll be like,
No,
Nope.
base set 2.
let it go back. It's base set 2, and it's like you do genuinely get fooled by it a little bit.
Well, it is a reprint, right?
Yeah.
It's similar to Evolutions. It has got jungle cards in. Has it got some fossil cards in? Yeah, it does.
I think
doesn't
so.
it?
I think Legendary Collection is the one that includes Team Rocket and stuff as well. But
Yeah, but at the end of the day, base set 2 and Legendary Collection are reprint sets. They
Yeah,
do have some differences. But
base set 2 is nowhere near as good as Legendary Collection.
no, if there was Legendary Collection alone, then that would be sick. But
yeah.
but look at the effect. Look at the effect. I mean,
Oh.
5,000, not including a lot of cards, then 12, and now we're at 16.5.
Without Nidoking, Scyther, or Wigglytuff.
So you're probably looking at about 20. And this is because of the base set effect of the base cards, the original cards are the ones worth the most, and therefore the arts are very similar.
Saying that, we've bashed on base set 2 here. Is it rarer than base set? I don't see as many packs. I don't see as many boxes. I don't see as many cards.
Oh, in terms of production, 100%, yeah, it would be less.
So
base
you know
set.
what I mean? That rarity could play into it.
It could be.
It could
Well,
actually.
it does, yeah, it
yeah.
does. It's always in the equation, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure.
So like, I think that could rise even more and base. Like, I think it's possible that it could do it.
I'm sorry I keep asking. It's just, this is just crazy. From someone who's
Legendary
been there
hollows,
so long, it's so
including
crazy.
reverses.
We're gonna go-
I think that'd be quite fun because the reverses in Legendary Collection are some of the most iconic cards I'd say in Pokemon history.
These prices are eye-watering.
So
Right,
that's
so
not sold
I'm-
half of the cards.
I'm just going to give a little. So you see these cards. This is always quite an expensive set. The reason for that
the
was
reverses
because
don't great.
Gem Mint Pokemon
Yeah.
and Pokemon Master 556 were both going after this set.
Yeah.
They were paying stupid money for them. In fact, I traded my Executor Reverse Fall for a Dark Magneton First Edition, which
PSA 10.
PSA 10, yeah. So that kind of shows you the hype around this set has always been there. The pinnacle collectors in this in the TCG went for this. This is why it's always been expensive.
I think that's literally just because of the reverses, right?
Yeah, reverses are mega hard
The
to grade.
reverses are as well. Not
They're
only are
epic.
they hard to grade,
They're epic.
they are the craziest thing Pokemon, even to this
Yeah.
day, has ever done with a card.
You know, a lot of people thought they were fake when they were released.
Well, I mean, you could get the stickers, couldn't
Yeah.
you? The stickers, which were the fake ones. Which,
But look
and
at
everyone's like,
this.
oh, they're obviously fake. And then you get a real card and you rip it off. You'd be like, oh, no.
So I think if you look at this number, they're very obvious. It's quite consistent. you know. And
$25,000 without half the cards.
it's very consistent. Like it's like if you loved the Pokemon, you loved Legendary Collection reverses, you could buy into this set and you kind of know what you're paying for a whole 3 years. You kind of know about what you're paying, and then it just pushes and pushes. And
the Dark Blastoise hasn't sold. Tentacool hasn't sold. The Boss's Way hasn't
and there's
sold.
Probably
it's
more.
Still at $73,000.
There's probably more. Very difficult set to grade.
So, how much would you say this is worth as a full set? PSA
100,000.
10?
I think if you put all of it, 100,000
grand.
You got the Charizard Legendary Collection Reverse and Holo,
Yeah.
and you might even have the non-Holo theme deck. So that's 3 Charizards right there. You got the Dark Blastoise. To be fair, it includes Team Rocket. You've got you've got more personality in there, more character with the reverses.
I really like Legendary Collection. We
Yeah.
also, our friend of the channel, Shreddy, is a big fan of Legendary Collection. And people like that at the moment are dropping a lot of money on cards, so
Yeah, it's
you can see how it's done it. Now we get onto E-Series, and I really like E-Series. Are we going to go Expedition? What are you doing? You're just missing out Expedition?
sorry, yeah.
You forget where Expedition is? Okay, so we've gone from, what was we looking at? Like $7,000, $6,000?
Right, so just a bit of background on Expedition. Reject set of E-Series.
Yeah, for
Aquapolis and Skyridge were always bigger and better.
Charizards.
It has got cool Charizards back in my day in the farm. But yeah, we got Charizards. To be fair, though, that was the set, wasn't it, for a lot of people?
Yeah.
And that's the reason why it was a bit dead, because
Yeah.
the rest of the cards were not considered to be very cool.
I still think that some of them are really nice. I like the E-Series
I
cards.
love how it's like not including the Skarmory all this way, like because Skarmory is incredibly difficult to grade.
Yeah.
But still, yeah. So we're looking at like $24,000.
It's got a little bit of a...
Again, it's probably more than this.
Yeah.
But again, it just gives an indication of where the prices have gone. You know, it's again consistent for 2 years there. That's fair to say. Consistent and then pop.
I can't... Oh. I wish we could see the real numbers. Like, I wish
Yeah, but
we
it's
had...
impossible.
No,
like,
I
this
know.
is as good as it gets.
Yeah, for sure. But I wish... Because I feel like it's more than that. Like, a lot more. I feel like it's probably closer to 30. And then we get onto the first crystals, which is Aquapolis. Oh, damn. Okay. The Metal Energy and the Elekid just not sold.
Yeah, they're just not there, are they? They're just like, well, I'm sorry, but they don't exist.
Oh, you're PSA 10? No, I'm PSA 9, bro.
Yeah, I do apologise. So again, massive increase, and actually crystals in general and E-Series have been given a lot of attention.
Crystals have banged.
They've been given a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So Randolph, one of them, like he's been pushing Skyridge.
I mean,
and
he got 6.
Yeah, 6 on the Celebi reverse.
Sorry, Randolph.
But yeah, he has been someone who's like been a vocal supporter of these sets, and that will have an effect. People will want what he wants. And in general, Skyridge is a beautiful set. Aquapolis is a beautiful set. The boxes are incredibly hard to come by. Sealed, anything to do with those sets are mad expensive.
Oh, when was the last time you saw like Aquapolis booster packs or a booster box for sale? Skyridge is more just because it's more expensive, and you occasionally see Expedition
Green Emerald.
stuff.
Yeah.
But when was the last time you saw an Aquapolis pack
Yeah, a long time ago.
or a booster box for sale?
Probably, yeah. They come
Do you know what I
across
mean?
once every 2-3 years.
Yeah, they're not very common at all. Then we
let's go
move on to
Skyridge.
this absolute ridiculous set. Is that the hollows?
Just
That's
Skyridge
Just in
EX
general?
reverses. So I will get the Skyridge Hollows in a moment once this loads.
I think it's struggling to
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
struggling,
whoa,
it's struggling to
there's
pull the
so
data.
much.
It's, I guess.
Oh my.
Right, let's go.
grief.
So
We know it's more than this as well.
Hollows EX.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
So the reverses we don't care too much about, even though there is crystal reverses in there.
Yeah, but let's just
Let's
bin them
ignore
off.
those.
Let's pretend
even
they're
though
not
there's
real.
a reverse crystal Charizard. Do you know what? Actually, no. Let's go into ink reverses because there is a crystal reverse Charizard.
Okay.
Which you've gone into the whole set again.
Why did you say these things?
Ink reverses with hollows, but right. But we'll just do it on this. So we'll do it for the whole set because I believe this number is going to be huge, and it might load in at some point.
It might do.
There is definitely a thought process here.
Right.
for
Okay. Let's have a look.
Pokemon prize.
So again,
$80,000.
90 cards, 84 cards missing from this set. So it's probably closer to 120.
Yeah. Right. Skyridge hollows ink reverses because I think that might be a lot of commons.
Yeah.
And stuff that just don't get graded. Like, why would you grade? I don't know.
Well, you would now.
Well, yeah, you
would
would now.
now.
But I mean, like previously. Okay, that's probably a more accurate thing, right?
Yes, 52 cards missing
Yeah.
now. That's all.
And that's $70,000 just for holos and reverses. So that's the Crystal Charizard. It's the Crystal Ho-Oh.
And again, okay, Skyridge has been a premium set.
Yep.
It's a premium set over Acropolis and Expedition. It had the last... It's the last WotC set.
It's the end of the era before EXs came in.
And, you know, the sealed boxes were so cool. But the hobby was dying
Yep.
around now. In general, the hobby was dying. And to be fair, you can see that because... I don't know. But still, the hobby was dying when this was released. You know, in general... we were leaving school, Pokemon cards weren't cool anymore, and we were getting on with our lives. And only now that the nostalgia has hit us, we're going back to Skyridge. And I think Skyridge is something that's new for collectors.
But look, even there, it's 22 grand.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's absolutely crazy.
Allow it 70 grand. Which, actually, 69,000 because funny. But, oh my. And we know that we've seen a few of those Charizards come back 10s. We've seen reverses come back 10s and holos, crystals. We've seen all kinds of crystals come back like 8s, 9s, 10s.
So I don't think we're going to go through all these, but I'm going to go EX5 Red Leaf Green just as an example.
Yeah.
Because then we're going to have a little bit of analysis at the end. Because a lot of this has been shock, but actually shock in a way of going, look at how these prices are continuing to climb. So I was collecting EX5 Red Leaf Green around about here. Yeah? So you could pick up the whole set for that much. And then I've finished it here with the Blastoise and Gengar. So I can confirm I paid more for the Blastoise and Gengar than the rest of the set combined.
Yep. For each card as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like not combined.
Oh, no, combined, yeah.
Oh,
so
combined.
Combined, more than... But that's two
cards
out of 10, I think, or 12, yeah.
There's a set I want to talk about. Where is EX Deoxys? Right.
I don't think there's going to be the data, but... Oh, hello. No
So,
data. No data.
There's no data here.
There's no data.
Like, the cards in this set...
Yeah, the booster box is what, 40,000? 60,000?
So,
80,000?
So ridiculous. You can't even pull the gold stars in every box. Like, and some of the stuff in this set is going for... Well, I've seen things on Instagram where people are willing to pay like 70,000, 80,000 for certain cards, and it's like, oh my god. Right,
so that's us going, wow, prices are going crazy. I guess let's think. We know why. I think it's quite obvious why. The eyes on the Pokemon scene, cool people are getting involved, rich people are getting involved, wealthy individuals are getting involved. And that means we can't really collect the smaller stuff. Is that fair?
I would really like a set of Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge. It's out of my price range now. Like, I think they're beautiful cards. So they're probably, for me, my favourite out of WotC.
But again, we're not complaining about that.
No,
at the end of the day, people will have
all.
better houses, they'll have better cards because they can afford it, and therefore, in this instance, they get better Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Because, you know, fair play.
However,
they've had
do you know
success.
what I can do?
What?
I can go and buy a booster box of Darkness Ablaze or Vivid Voltage, and I can collect newer stuff.
And I guess the analysis on the prices is if big players continue to be involved, and then on the other side of that, collectors keep their stuff, you know, like myself, the more collectors keep their stuff and the more big players get involved, it's only going to go up because it depends how long these big players stay involved. It depends how long collectors can hold on to their cards without going, this is stupid, I need to sell them.
Well, yeah, there's kind of an argument to be made, isn't there? If you're looking to make money out of your collectibles now, because you could sell it for a high price, or you could hold on to it in the hope that because you're holding on to it, other collectors are holding on to it, the big players are searching more and more and more and more and more to try and find it. Therefore, that's making their offers go higher and higher. But then if they get kind of bored of it and they're like, oh, okay, I don't want to look anymore, I'm bored of looking, it's not worth my time, I can't find any up for sale, they're just going to leave and you're not going to have that kind of money in the game anymore.
There's always that, isn't there? I think that's the reason why I didn't chase a lot of the sets, because they weren't obtainable. So therefore, you're just like, well, I don't mind a challenge. Like Neo Destiny was a challenge, but Neo Genesis would have been impossible. I wouldn't have it now, even if I started 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah,
well, even if we move on to newer stuff,
yeah,
Cosmic Eclipse, you really wanted to get, and now there's just no booster boxes, so you was like, oh, I can't bother then.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It has to be an obtainable goal for you personally, and you can collect over years. I certainly have done with some of my sets, the Primes, Delta Species, but they're more of
weird pieces
and enjoying the collection. Like, and I kind of like going for weird stuff every now and again. It's just whether these players keep their interest in there for 2-3 years. If these big players are collectors at heart and they actually want to keep them, whilst also their prices are rising, and you know that keeps them in.
It's a solid investment.
It keeps them motivated.
Yeah.
Whenever you collect anything, you don't want it to fall in value.
No,
I think
not
that's
really.
fair
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Unless it's like kind of insignificant money, you don't really care that much.
yeah.
Like, if it's something really small, like really insignificant amounts, you're like, oh, I don't really mind too much. But if it's like a few $1,000s per card, you're like, oh, I don't want to lose that.
No, you want other people to desire those
Yeah,
cards.
yeah.
You want other people to be like, oh, those cards are cool. Like, that's what you want, and that's what Instagram is brilliant for. That's what YouTube is brilliant for. It's a very interesting time to be part of the Pokemon hobby, Pokemon TCG. It's going to be incredibly interesting what happens next year, because normally, I think this is fair to say, January, Feb, March, prices would dip.
And let's see if they do in part 5.
Part 5, right? Let's get there. See you later, guys. Thanks for that. Hope you enjoyed watching. At Grady Groudon, at BaseTech Tom. Go check them out on Instagram, please. We'd really appreciate it. See you soon.